So neither of these athletes have won at Karate 1 Premier League. Although Bouderbane has taken 2 bronze medals in the past. Bouderbane putting Palashevskaya under pressure in that corner. Palashevskaya, though, came back with a counter punch. That was really impressive, wasn't it? She got herself into a corner. She lulled her opponent into a false sense of security and then put in that Zuki, that punch, to score her point. So she has the Senshu to go with it. Video review requested from the coach of Palashevskaya. You can't see where the red pad finished there on that top right hand screen. Trying to find the best of the images. There are 4 cameras that can be chosen from the video review. Referee conducting the video review is decided that it's not going to be a score and the card has been lost. Palashevskaya trying to rely on that counter punch. You see all that, the hand pads and shin pads and other equipment. You don't have to worry about any of that in Kata, do you, America?
No, we have nothing like so.
And the gis are different as well, aren't they? Kata gi is lighter or stronger, harder. What is the preference for you for wearing your gi in Kata? What, heavy gi or lightweight gi?
No, heavy.
Heavy.
Make
So you get
Kata
more,
so heavy.
make it strong,
Yeah,
make it snap, yes. It's very different in Kumite. They usually wear very lightweight gi, so you can be very flexible. So like any sport really, the athletes have to be very specific with the equipment that they use to enhance their performance as best they can. Front hand punch from Palashevskaya. Not quite there. Good movement around the tatami though. She has 2 points now, leading, and she has the Senshu.
They like these categories, under 50, under 60, because they are quickly. They are working, they are moving, they are changing the positions. The categories plus are not so.
Sure. But I mean, in your discipline in Kata or in Kumite, your training regime is about trying to be quick and nimble and being able to move. You do similar, do you plyometric training, that sort of thing?
Yes. Shmejukai?
That's her second yellow card. Stepping off the area.
Which category do you prefer from Kumite?
I prefer commentating and being as neutral as possible, and I enjoy all categories.
Yeah?
That's my diplomatic answer. But in all honesty, all categories have their pros and cons, so to speak. The bigger, the heavier the weights, they're very, very powerful. But they're also incredibly flexible.
Yeah.
Because the training demanded is just as strong, whether you're lightweight or heavyweight. Coming up to the last 20 seconds. And now it's Bouderbane who has the 1 point advantage. Now Palashevskaya has to score at least 1 point, and then she could bring that sensu into play into the last 14 seconds now. Bouderbane does have the lead, but she has to be careful that she doesn't fall foul of the rules. And the front hand from Palashevskaya. Didn't get the judges' support. She doesn't have a video review left. It's going to be penalised by the bench. She'll receive a warning for that. Hansakachui. Much better this time, Palashevskaya. She didn't give up, did she? She kept going. We've still got 4 seconds on the clock. She'll get another point. But she pulled that back from the jaws of defeat. She took that 1 point score.
No, before. He saw the check.
And there's a video review requested from the coach of Bouderbane. We're looking at blue, the potential for a score. The two right-hand screens show the punches quite clearly, but they don't show where they finish, where the punch actually finished. So there's the punch going in, but did it go past the side of the face? And that's what's being considered, if it missed the target or not. Did you have an opinion on that, Mirka?
My opinion, it was out.
Yeah, and you were correct to say so. So no score, and there it is, time up. And the bronze medal going to Yulia Palashevskaya of Ukraine. Well, she should be really pleased, because with 4 seconds to go, she was looking at defeat, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And she pulled out that punch just in time. And we see the celebrations once again after the bout when you're a success. But how, as a coach, do you cope with your athlete when they've lost?
It is very hard, because you work very much, you give everything for be the best, and when you are so close, because the third and fifth place, it is different. You have medal and you have not medal, no? So when you are so close to have some medals and after you have not it is very, very, very sad. But I think that they have to think positive, because if you are in the final for the third match, it means that you are one of the best.
Yes.
You are here, you are in first 32 people on the world, so just to be here, you have to be proud to yourself, and you have to be happy. And if you go to the bronze medal and you lose, you have to try again and try again and try again. And I think that one time the medal will come.
Yes. Yep.
So you have to think positive,
Yep.
like everything in the life.
Patience and persistence. Okay, look. Set out Hubrich, 3 Yuko, 3 Wasari, 3 Ippon. She has all of the technique in her arsenal. She was a world silver medalist in Dubai in 2021. Asia Bifulco from Italy hasn't won at world or continental level. She's taken 2 gold medals as a junior in the youth league. She has competed in Cairo, but she didn't take any medals on that occasion. Just 18 years of age, coming up from the junior ranks into the seniors is not an easy thing to do, is it? Medina Fariba Madani, the referee for the bout. Fariba, an Olympic referee, also a member of the World Referee Commission. So in Kata, athletes can compete in the senior ranks at an earlier age, can't they?
Yeah,
Than in
you can
KUMITE.
have 16 years, and in KUMITE it is 18, I think.
That's right. But that transition from junior to senior, like in KUMITE, is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because you might
yeah.
be the best in the juniors and then suddenly not so much in the seniors, or you can come into the seniors and completely take control. It's difficult to know what's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is important to participate. If you are junior and you have to chance to be here, come here, because you will. It will be big experience for you, and maybe it will go perfect, maybe not, but it is still your experience which help you in the future. So I think that everybody who has possibility to come, it's nice to come.
Whether that is going to be a score in this video review because of Bifulco trying to get a 2-point score, but it has been rejected. Not a valid score. And Hubrich can breathe a sigh of relief because she hasn't fallen behind by the scores, and her opponent now doesn't have the video review request available anymore. Hubrich going off the tatami. She'll get a warning, yellow card for that. One-point score going in favor of Sarah Hubrich. As it's unopposed, you'll get the sensu advantage as well. And that's 4 of the judges have going for that 1-point score, extending her lead. There's still only a third of the way through the bout. And similar for your discipline in Kata, maintaining focus and concentration from start to finish, that's not easy, is it?
No, it's not easy. It is one of the hard points of Kata to remain with focus, and especially if you make mistake and you know that you make mistake.
Yeah.
This is big problem for Kata, because in KUMITE you have still 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you can make something. But when you know that you make big mistake in Kata, it is difficult to win the match.
Yes,
So
yeah.
remain in concentration, remain to make the best with the knowledge that 90% you will lose. It is not simple.
But there are similarities because of in kumite, if you make a mistake, if you get caught with a kick or a technique and you're losing and the time is disappearing, your frustration, your concern is obviously going to be equally as difficult to cope with. And then maybe you have some hope because you're doing another part of your performance is going really, really well. But
yes, but in kumite you have the coach then can help you. So if you have some problem, the coach could say something or make something to make your
to change your mindset.
Yeah. In kata, you are sitting there, you don't do nothing, you can only breathe and hope that it will be okay.
So all disciplines have their challenges. And this is the first one of the yellow cards as a warning to Bifulco of Italy. She's still trailing 2 points to 0. 1 minute 13 seconds still to go. As she did get caught in the face with that kick. Hubrich went down, she threw her legs up. The referee just going to check to see if she's okay, or making any judgment if indeed she needs to at all. So Hubrich is going to be given a warning. That's her third warning. Oh, in the graphic on screen, you can see Hubrich has 3 of the yellow cards. She actually has 4, so she can't fall foul of the rules at all again, because she could lose the bout with a hansoku. And Bifulco will be putting her under as much pressure as she possibly can, either trying to score or force another error. And 1 minute 13 seconds is a long time to hold on. Well, the judges have gone for the score from the punch from Hubrich. And Bifulco is reacting as though the punch was too hard. Have to wait and see what the referee decides to give the score. Maintaining focus and concentration. Bifulco just going to the coach, having her number removed. Tries that Chudan kick to the body. No card to call it as a video review request. Hubrich trying to stay into the center of the tatami as possibly can. Into the last 15 seconds we go. Bifulco pushing as much pressure as she possibly can on her German opponent. Five seconds still remain on the clock, and it's still Hubrich leading 3 points to 0. There's a 1 point score to be added to her tally. Coming into the last second, and time is up. And a very well-earned win indeed from Shadow Hubrich of Germany. Well, she did well, in fact, didn't she, to hold on. She was on her 4th yellow card warning. She couldn't step off the mat. She couldn't fall foul of the rules. Obviously, Bifulco knew that, and she was putting her under as much pressure
Yeah,
as she was,
yeah.
wasn't she?
I think
Bianca?
that it was the best tactic which she could make, because if she don't make nothing, she will take the yellow card.
Yes, absolutely.
Gold medal match. Female KUMITE under 50 kilograms gold medal match.
Minus 50 kilogram. Gold medal between Greece and Italy. And for Christina Triada-Papa of Greece, this is her first international final at senior level. A lot of pressure on her, isn't there? A lot of expectation. She's up against Ermina Perfetto of Italy. And this is her first final as well.
Yeah.
Coming from Greece, number 47 at the world ranking. What a surprise here at this youngster. This is her first final at international level. So please welcome Christina Triada-Papa.
Christina Triada-Papa.
Wearing blue, coming from Italy, number 9, February standing, number 9, number 6 at the world ranking, bronze medal in Hangzhou, silver medal at the last European Championships, silver medalist at the last World Championships. Please welcome Erminia Perfetto.
Erminia Perfetto has qualified for the World Games. Recently taking the silver medal, Perfetto, in the European Championships. Gold medal in the Youth League from Papa. And silver medal as a cadet in the Continental Championships. But her first hope for a medal in a final at a Karate1 Premier League. The grand winner for 2025 in this division has already been determined, and that has gone to Maldia Zangbirbe of Kazakhstan for the second consecutive season. Zangbirbe finished second in her pool. She did compete here, but she lost out 6 points to 4, and she lost to Ermina Perfetto. So that in itself for Perfetto is an excellent result to defeat a grand winner, double grand winner. But she's trailing in terms of being able to get a point at the moment. And now she's happy. Both of the athletes have scored 1 point, 2 judges going for each of them. Must be a minimum of 2 judges agree to give a score. Two points each. Senchu being held with Papa. Takes another score. Another 1 point Yuko score. Clawing her way back into contention. Armenia Perfetto gets a Yuko. 3 points each. It's just a century difference between the pair of them now.
Yes.
That was good. We have both scoring. 3 points going to Papa. And 1 Yuko score for Perfetta. Got hit in the face with the kick. Advice coming from the coach, Coach Zenos. I don't have to worry so much about injury in Kata, but you can turn an ankle, or it can be a problem for you as well, can't it?
I saw 2 times the problems with the kata, because one time one girl make a punch during the kata, and her arm is going out.
Okay,
Yeah.
come out of the socket.
Yeah, so she have to stop, and she put down herself because she had too big pain, and nobody knows what was happened, because you cannot know it, no.
Sure.
And after we saw arms out. It wasn't very very nice.
Not a nice thing to see at all, no, or to experience, no doubt. But it's possible to be injured, I suppose, in Bunkai in the team event.
Yeah. In Bunkai too. But have to be realistic.
Well, absolutely, it's important that it is. Seen Amina Perfetto just getting that little bit of attention. Christina Triada Papa from Greece, 18 years of age, coming into the senior ranks, reflecting perhaps on one of Greece's best ever female athletes, Vicky Panatsedou. Of course, was a sensational athlete, part of the World Karate Federation Athlete Commission. She did so much for karate in Greece. And it's not just about what you do on the mat, is it? Or what you do as a coach. It's what you do for the sport of karate.
Yeah.
And do you have your own dojo? Do you teach youngsters as well?
Yeah. I have my dojo, and I teach karate little child, and I am happy in my dojo.
And your Czech Republic is not one of the biggest countries for karate. It's not one of the biggest countries generally. You're referring to Italy, as we have here in Perfetto. Italy, I think you were saying Czech Republic is something about the same size as one of the regions, Lombardy.
Lombardia. Lombardia, yes, it is big like one region of Italy. So we are a little country, but we try to make the best what we can.
Yes. We see now the score, that 3 point score has been taken away from Papa because of the excessive contact, and control has to be absolute. If there's any transfer of energy from the kick to the face, then it can be a warning for excessive contact, and that's what's being deemed to be the situation here. That's why Cristina Triana Papa had that 3-point score taken away. And now Perfetto has a second yellow card. She stepped off the mat. Still a third of the bout remaining. Papa needs 1 point to bring that senchu back into play. Well, the judges have gone for that. 2 of the judges gone for that score. Look at the replay there, and it's the front hand punch from Perfetto. Referee saying, leave the patch alone, don't aggravate the injury. So is Armina Perfetto again with that counter punch, but the attack from Papa received 3 of the judges' support. Into the last 30 seconds. Papa needs 1 more point, but it's Perfetto who's extended her score by a further Yuko. Ten seconds left. Perfetto throws in that front hand punch. Papa tries a roundhouse kick to the back. Didn't meet the criteria, wasn't strong enough. Perfetto quite clever. She's closing down Papa so she can't get the kicks and can't get the range, can she?
It's out! Armenia Perfetto from Italy takes the gold medal here. Silver medal, Cristina Triana Papa from Greece. Congratulations.
So that's the formal bow, completing that. We'll get a chance to have a look at some of the highlights of the bout. And whilst we do, I have to say thank you so much for your time, Mirka. It's been a great pleasure to work with you. And I wish you all the best in your preparations for your next championships as Kata coach for the national team of Czech Republic.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I am happy to be here, and have a nice day for everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, we're going to be changing our guest commentator. And we have, as Mirka just leaves the area, a chance to have a look at some of that action from that last bout. Our next category